I'm Amy Cherry. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow ya. Schools reopened Monday in Flagler County at Palm Coast's weekly virtual town hall. Heard on WNZF, Flagler County Health Officer Bob Snyder talked about safety measures in place, like facial coverings, social distancing, with desks spaced at least 6 feet apart, limits on visitors, and enhanced cleaning. But what happens when there's an outbreak? Snyder says the health department will spring into action and follow evidence-based protocols.
The health department, we've added 27 staff members, mostly nurses, to assist with case investigation, contact tracing, and teacher-student testing that would occur upon an outbreak, which to us is just one positive case. Yep, it just takes one case to spark an exposure, a probable case or close contact that could result in the quarantine of numerous students, teachers, or staff for up to 14 days at home.
On September 5th, practice for fall sports will begin, but
a decision has not been made yet about how to accommodate spectators in the stands for football games, for example. And at a minimum, the CDC guidelines for social distancing and mask wearing will be required.
He says a decision on fans is forthcoming. A monumental moment as court proceedings resume in Flagler County after they were halted during the COVID-19 pandemic. John Arking has the details.
For the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic began, an in-person criminal jury trial was held in Florida, resulting in the conviction Tuesday of 22-year-old Brian Keith Johnson, who was arrested in July of 2019 after stealing a vehicle and leading police on a chase. Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley was the first law enforcement officer to locate the stolen vehicle following a hit by a license plate reader.
The courtroom looked a little different with witnesses and jurors and the judge and wearing masks and new protective barriers up. But I'm pleased to report that the jury listened to the testimony. Our deputies did a great job. I also had to testify, and it resulted in a guilty verdict on 2 counts of felony, fleeing and attempting to elude, in grand theft auto. Judge Perkins will sentence him in October.
Johnson faces up to 20 years in prison. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkin.
The Flagler County Sheriff's Office is for the first time holding its annual community event virtually. The Addressing Crime Together meeting will happen via Facebook Live. Sheriff Rick Staley.
And you will be able to send questions in and ask questions. There will be a moderator, and we'll answer that. We will have charts and graphs just like our normal meetings.
Staley gave WNZF a little advanced preview of what he'll talk about, and it's good news.
For the most part, in 2019, we finished the year with crime down significantly. The first 6 months of this year were down about 25% compared to the first 6 months of 2019. However, we have identified a couple upticks, which I'll talk about.
It's happening tonight at 6 p.m. Hear it live right here on WNZF. Flagler County loses a special veteran with a lengthy resume and a long list of friends. Karen Johnson has the story.
Former Veteran Service Officer Salvatore Sal Rutigliano, who served local veterans for over 16 years, reportedly died suddenly at home recently at the age of 75. Sal was still serving veterans as the American Legion Post 115 service officer, says current Veteran Service Officer David Leiden.
Sal is my predecessor at Flagler County Veterans Services. Huge shoes to fill. Sal was a great veteran service officer who was there as the best advocate for the veterans of the county and their families.
Rutigliano, a retired sergeant major with the Connecticut Army National Guard, is also remembered for his role getting the Veterans Memorial installed in front of the Government Services Building. He was even part of creating a program called Veterans in the Classroom, where they would go into classrooms and talk about what it means to be a veteran. Other distinguishing facts about Sal include receiving a Certificate of Excellence from the Florida Federation of Garden Clubs District 4 for his work and assistance with the Blue Star Memorial Marker Program. You can hear more about this beloved veteran on David Leiden's show, Veterans on Point, this Sunday at 9:30 a.m. right here on WNZF. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Amy Cherry.